Hi everyone. Yoo-hoo. I'm Siske Stitches, as you probably will know when you start this video. So I wanted to create another tutorial video about a sort of new stitching method that I made. But I'm using all the stuff I have learned from other methods. So yeah, I want to work. So first I will explain a bit the details, what I will do, and then I will tell you about the chart. So this I did like cross country, but now I want to go with my typewriter method. So that's from Stitching Mommy. So then we would pick each symbol from right to left. So I'm still stitching from right to left, from top to bottom. That's still the same. I'm also doing only one row of blocks. So this first row I will work on. So that's why already it's a bit combined. Then you have the diagonal, because I will have a bit of diagonal line. And it's not really stitch by stitch, row by row, like Chris does from Cross Stitch Meadow. But I'm using the diagonal lines to keep track of my diagonal. So it's not really a strict line where I will start and stop, because I use the color flow method from Gemma 2. With a big difference, Gemma only has 5 steps, 5 stitches away, and then she cuts off, she doesn't park. So I will park too. It's like my baby parking, so I'm still doing my parking. Sometimes I have 2 floss threads. So one I go use. So like if I have a lot of one color in this box, then I can take 1 thread going to the left and 1 thread going to the bottom. So there's like 2 threads going their own way. I will also jump more further than Gemma in my parking. And another thing with my diagonals, what I'm doing, I will, with the color flow from Gemma, I will go diagonally stitching. So I will follow this diagonal line. Yes, here it's cut off because I'm switching it to a new method. So I will follow my diagonal line like a snake method. That is something I have taken from Needle Ninja. Needle Ninja was doing the snake method like this, from left to right, so down. I'm doing it in diagonal, so that's another thing I'm using that is useful. And from Gemma also, you cannot have boxed in stitches like here. This is not the part that we use for this tutorial. So, but here like this is a closed in stitch, and when I fill this in, it will be bulky. Then when I'm done with my sort of new method. It's probably a bit slower than other stuff like cross country or extreme cross country. Probably. I'm using 1 needle, so I will retread a lot my needle. That's also a thing. And when I stitch on my diagonals, you will see I will only stitch it when I have a stitch above it and right from it. I'm stitching it from right to left. So even if I go here on my top row to the left, because I have no stitches here, so when I go here to the left and I come back here, I'm not parking here when I need it here, so I will go back to the right. So the meaning is to get all my threads almost always back to the right. That's another thing of rule, how you will call it. Yeah, so I think we can talk about the chart first now, because I'm still doing Meow May, of course. So this is Kittens in the Library. As you can see, It's the large version. Beautiful chart. It's adapted from artwork by Image World, so no idea who the real artist is. And it's 550 by 407 stitches with 104 colors. So yeah, that's the info. I'm stitching this on 25 count even weave. It's a grid one this time, so that will also make probably it a lot easier to follow with the chart. And 1/1 full cross. I started here with CXC floss, but I'm switching to roll broderie floss. So you can maybe see a bit of difference, but it's normal. When I stitch further, you will not see it anymore. I did the same with Animal Kingdom at the beginning, and that was the left side corner, and you don't see it, so it's not that bad. What more? More things I need to tell you about the chart? I don't think so. One more time, the beautiful mock-up. So I will start here, and the cat that's sitting here on the right side. And it is his head with his first hanging ear here. So I go back to this row, and normally we get to see some of the cats. Not certain if it will be in this tutorial, but I have a limited time to show you, because upload I cannot have a stream of 5 hours, of course. So we will see, and otherwise you will see it stitched on my Instagram page or in my floss tube video, because the goal is 500 stitches. So here it is. I'm starting off with 2,300 stitches out of 223,850 stitches, and it's at 1.03% completed. So that's already great. That will work. So the first color I will select is this, how would I call it? Diamond shape one. So it's parked here in that box. You can see it marked normally, selected. Oh, wait, maybe I need to zoom in a bit more. That you can see it. Yeah. So on the third row, I selected one block. That block is where it's parked now, but I need it on top too. So I'm not going first to the top and then down. So I will now, like, that's why I'm saying I'm stitching up and down diagonally. So I will not try to use to waste floss. So I'm stitching this one. It's also in the converting mode, so. And then I can already stitch this one because it's the first row. I don't have anything above it, so I can stitch it. It's also a puzzle game, as in how can I do in my next step more stitches than I did before. So it's also thinking a bit ahead. It's really like puzzling. What should I do next to fit the best? So now I'm going to park it 2 down. So in my chart it's here. Because if I park it here, it will take a bit longer. So I can now decide to take this thread, like I said, going down, and take another thread and go to the left. So that's sometimes I have 2 threads of the same color if there are a lot of stitches. I'm looking, yeah, so that I can do. Normally with the typewriter method from Stitching Mommy, you would say, oh, I'm stitching this full row with all this color, then go to the next and fill in that block. But then I have a lot of gaps, and then it's getting tricky to fill in those gaps stitched. Now I will take the E symbol. So I can now do 4 stitches down and then go to the top. So I'm doing now half stitches because I need to go to the top then after it. So I'm now doing 4 half stitches down, go back to the top with the other set of half stitches. Should I give a close-up maybe? Even? Yeah, it's not like Ada fabric, so that's another thing. Eh? It's 25 count even weave, so it's small. So now I go to the top, do the next 2 stitches. And then I will park closest to the right. So that's in the second row here, the second stitch. I cannot stitch it because otherwise I would have an open gap. I have loosened my thread there a bit. So I know this sort of new method will not be for everyone because you need to thread and retread a lot. Parking is not for everyone. Yeah. The thing is with parking, you always have to park in the same starting point of your cross stitch. So in my case, that's the left bottom of my stitch. And if you do not know which symbol you want to take next, you just go down the diagonal. So now I'm doing the the sort of letter M. It's even hard to describe some symbols. So I'm doing 3 stitches now because I have 1 stitch above and 1 stitch to the right. And then I need to park. I was trying to explain this yesterday in my live stream. But yeah, then you'll also chat. So I hope this video will make it more clear because I'm only the one who is talking. Without questions. Een muziek. So now I have a decision that I can do. So I can do the letter E, or I can go to this upside down triangle. But again, it's not giving me extra stitches. So if I do the E, it's fine. First. They all need to be stitched. But you can have a bit of decision. What do I want to do next? If you would have said, I will take the upside down triangle first, it's also fine. So it's also a bit of what do you want to do? There's no wrong way to stitch this. You pick the symbol that makes sense. So now I'm giving you some inside information of my brain, how it works. So I do 3 stitches and I park. Now I will take another color so I can get to my filled in diamond shape. 198. I have a knot end here. I will cut it off, that knot. So, no time wasting. So this is how I do my lazy method of starting. So just go a bit further, get your end of your thread a bit closer and start your stitch. Because you will stitch over that end, so no issue there. You can do the loop method, you can have other starting methods. Yeah, it's all what you want to do. So now I choose to park up top. I could go to this one. Do more stitches with my next thread with my triangle shape. What did it do here? Nothing. So this is a triangle shape. Not a triangle, the diamond shape. I need to look. Yeah, if I will do I'm thinking if I only will do the diagonal side and then go back to the top, which would be most useful, I guess. Then I wouldn't take another thread. And on the other side, I don't have a long thread anymore, so it's better to take on top a new thread. It's not that long to do all those stitches, so I probably will take a new thread. So then I can do all these stitches. So see, here I don't have my really diagonal line drawn here anymore. I get a bit off my diagonal. And back here on this side. So now I did all these stitches. And on top I will start my new thread of my box. You will see difference also in neatness when I have done more stitches. and I will put it here because I will go to the left. Sometimes I go row by row if I need to make some steps to get my next step more stitches in. So if I do the E next and then the heart shape, I still will park to the right. So I can do the E next. Because if I do the diamond shape here, this one first, then I have the E emboxed. So I do the E first, so I don't have gaps in between. I need to stay attached to the stitches I have done. So that's 3. I'll put it here. Even I will do 2 more stitches at the right because I will first do my arrows. And this one I parked wrong because it was parked before I started it. So I did my parking for just cross country before. And still you can make other decisions. Just pick your symbol that was parked and stitch it. So that's that, and park 3 stitches. So now I clear the way for the letter E, but I have still my upside down triangle here in the way. So looking, nope, this will be an ending thread. This is the last stitch of it. So here I can do my loop ending. So I hit first stitch, my half stitch, then I make my loop with my first stitch I need to do. Come back up, put my needle from right to left to the loop, pull, stitch to the first stitch on top to get my knot to the end. So now it's already secured, but I also will do my fake pin stitch. So coming up, coming down, that's my fake pin stitch. So a normal pin stitch is you start from left up, go to the middle, come back in the right side, and come back in the middle down. So it's in fact two steps. I do only 1 step of it. That's why I call it the fake pin stitch. So now you will say, yes, you have here an inbox stitching. Yes, because I'm converting. So this is not because of the method, it's because I'm converting. From my older method. And I don't have a thread here, so I will take one for my master set. 9, 19. It's red copper. This method works with confetti heavy area. It works with block stitching. Yeah. Tried it in my Animal Kingdom. I tried it in Blooming Whiskers, so the all confetti heavy pieces. It works. I did my new start with this from Cross Stitch Meadow, Sweet Dreams, in my live stream yesterday. That was not a lot of confetti. It has only like 60 colors, so I don't know how many I used, maybe 10, 15. So it works for all sizes of stitching. So now I can do my E. In my diagonal. So I'm not doing the second one here that I marked, because I will use it to go back to the top. And it would be make a hole next to it. So, nope, not doing that one. So see, I'm puzzling with my stitches. Maybe you can hear the music from my son. So sorry then. It's coming from outside. The window is open. So doing 2 stitches. And I stop at the end of my block. So I'm just going to park again. Now I have a grid. With the one I started yesterday, I didn't have any gridding. Didn't draw one. So I just started and I didn't affect a grid with this. So it's another advantage. You don't need to have a gridded fabric. Was this another symbol? Oh, I forgot to mark one. Yeah, I thought I have seen that symbol. So 2 there, and then I do. I will wait for the other ones, so I will park here under the 0. Now I will take this window symbol, or it's a door. No, maybe a door. And then park it here. Next be this one. Or I will change my mind. It really doesn't matter because I have 2 threads. So no, I will take this one. If you only have 1 thread, you could say I'm doing the E in the diagonal shape. So I will show it to you. The colors here. So first the E, then do these 4. Then I could say, okay, and that's done. I park, I go to the 0 next to it, and then I do all the diamond shapes. So that's done, the 0 next to it, and then all the diamond shapes. It's all in my diagonal line. What I'm going to do is I will cut it in half because I have 2 threads. So see, there's not really a right or wrong. It's what helps you the best at this stage. And even with a big block stitching, I try to stitch them diagonal because it's working in my flow. So I will show you what I'm doing. So this is now done. So I will take these 3, like a diagonal, go back. So from bottom to then I take the next 2. So that's those 2. You can follow what the chart I have here shown. We'll zoom in back more. Already, he doesn't want to show the symbols. Now he does. So then the final one, and I have finished my block stitching here. So then I will park here because I cannot have a gap in between. So it's I'm like repeating myself all the time, but so it's the way how you will learn it. Now I could say I do the door symbol, do those 3 and park under it. But I said I'm going from right to left. So I'm going back to right now, and I have the E there ready to go. So I will take the E now. So this. If you would have said I would have taken the door, like I said, it's also not a mistake. It's like, yeah, what works the best in your mind. As long as you don't have closed in stitches, boxed in stitches, that's okay. And I will do this one on top because it's the only one there. And then park it here in the second symbol. So now we'll do the O's. Oh, O's. Do you have more of that? Nope. So this is telling me this will be the last stitches with this color in it. 2 stitches. Now you can see start coming the diagonal here. And then now I didn't end with my loop start. Sometimes I don't do it and I just do my fake pin stitch. So it's whatever how my mind will work. Filming.
Mama, net juist echt time.
So then will I take this one first or the other one? I have 2 threads of this one. Keuken. So I can do now this one. The door. One, 2, 3 and bark. Another thing is, even when I don't have my parked stitches marked with the triangle in my pattern keeper, I still can find it. I still can find my way. Now I'm going with half stitches to the bottom first. I go back. So I have my full cross. And I'm back at the spot I wanted to be. Now I can make my full crosses again. My children went outside to the play garden, and they're all excitement. So these I did. I can still do 2 more, so I will stitch those 2. Then I can go back to the top. We have to ask them what's happening. Wat is er gebeurd?
Het gaat binnen donderen. En Bruno zegt dat we de fietsen moeten binnenzetten. Ja, en we kunnen de parasol niet doen. En Bruno tegen het eten. Ja, wij krijgen de parasol niet binnen. We hebben even 2.
No. It's because it will start thundering. Wil je dan eerst binnenkomen Een het raam dicht doen en het licht aansteken. Dank u. If it starts thundering, we don't need to hear that. What will I do now? I want to do this one first. So then I can keep it going down. Because I don't have the E on top anymore.
Ben wel juist in de
Shh. So now I will do this too, so I can take the E to the bottom of the box.
Ben je aan het filmen? Live?
So now I can take the E to the bottom. In one go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I park that one. So now I have for my diamond shaped 2 threads in the same row. But I will split them in a bit. So see, now I have 2 of those threads. So I'm going to start filling my diagonal again. So this is 1, then the next diagonal. No, it's still the same as the second in this diagonal, then go to the second row. So from top to bottom. Now I'll probably hear music again. Three. Park here. Because I will use that one here with my next color. My next thread from that color. Two, and park it here. Go back to the I lost my thread. I think now you can already see the difference. Cross country, bulky, and this soft part. It's a good thing we can switch methods in a whip. That really doesn't matter how you started it. So that's one part. Now I will do the E. Oh, this one was set marked and it needs to be parked. Yeah. Otherwise I would have a boxed in stitch. So now I will take this diamond shape to the bottom right of the next, so the next block here. Park the E. Park the door. So stitch and park the door. Furthest to the right, so that here. And then the other shaped one. Still good I have it because the other one is getting short and I can take over with this one. So it's not a mistake, it's done on purpose. So next we can see because if I take the 2, we have open gaps. So now I will do the Y symbol first. That's 3371. 3371. Kan je de tijd zien? Van een, denk ik.
50 minuten.
Ja. I need to check on the time because I know my I can stitch for 5 hours and put it online. It will be too heavy. It's also dinner time for the children. Hello, Mies! Here, Mies! Mies is eating. She's always the first one for dinner time. One, two, here.
Dit is zelf een solide.
No. So then we have 310 for the number 2. Black. If I can grab my color. Oh, is that me? So now I will fill it diagonally. Ja, dat was duidelijk. Life is still happening when you try to film a tutorial. Three. One. 2. 3. 5. So now I go back to the top. For the next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we go back down. Shh. Two, 3, 4. From top, bottom. 5. Then we still can do the next 3. and then go back to the top. I can stitch 3 and park in the 4th stitch. Otherwise I would have a boxed in stitch or a closed in stitch. Oh, one too much. Apparently. Oh no. Yes, I did one too much. So reverse. Had je heten? Niks.
Dus een potje zeg.
Three stitches back. So yes, you can find mistakes easier too. So this was one too much. So we will do the next 2 stitches again. And park in the 3rd one. So now back to the Y. I will do this. Steps first. The branches of this I cannot stitch. So I'm picking the ones I can stitch. Sky. And then I will go 1, 2, 3 back. Because I now will do the 2, and then I can go back to the Y. Diagonals. So that's what I will have done. Stitch this one. bit. One, two. As I'm moving to the left, I'm doing the full 7 stitches. Starting back from the right. You could say I will pick another thread for the ones that are going with the diagonal. But I am now using a bit of typewriter method. And then I park. And stitch these. And I will park here. For now. Why? Because then if I'm doing the symbol 2, I can do this one as a diagonal and go to the other side and then come back to the left side. So I will show you. Or not. I have another one. I'm thinking. Now I will take this one further. First. And take them down. It's like that. So 2, then take this one. Oh. Mark off. So you still can change your mind. To use the best solution. And then I will park for now here. So I can do the 2 first. And I have worked around it. So now you would say you don't have a diagonal anymore. No, I'm now following the color. So that's why it's a twisted combination. Then 2 more here. And this is the last piece of symbol 2. So I'm not going to stitch them out. So I can do 2 more here. So now I'm doing like this. This is stitched. So 2, 1. This one I cannot do. So then I will park there for the third one. So 2, 1, 1. I'll get it further stitched when this part here is stitched. The Y. Take this up first. To keep going in the diagonal. Maybe you wonder why I'm doing it like this. With block stitching you could say, oh, you stitched that immediately out. Yeah, but if I would, even if I'm stitching block stitching, so like one full block in black, I have lines. Because then I have another tension. Apparently. That's 4. Go down. So back, going from bottom to top with the snake. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's that one. Now I can do 3 diagonal. So 1, 2, this is 2, then we have 3. Going back with 3. And then I have 1 under it. And I can park here. So now I can go back to my letter 2 first. letter or a number too. I say letter because it's a symbol. So I'm now doing it with half diagonals because then I can do the last stitch at the end to park. So that's 2. Four. And now I can do 3 to the left and park 1 down. And then I will move my third. 1, 2, 3. And park. Now I can do this one. I have only one that's here, so that's easy to pick. Take the furthest one and park. So now I take a look at my diagonal. What can I see? Here I have 5 stitches that I can do immediately. With this one, 4. 1, 2. No, even 3. So then we take the one with the most stitches. It's 9, 3, 8 for the 5 first. Even I would say my diagonal has not a straight line anymore. It's still there because of the color flow. I'm taking my thread from my water set. And now I'm going to start from the bottom to top because I need to park here. And otherwise I need to park like up over 10 stitches and then come on top and then park here. It's shorter. So that's why I'm doing this. So that's already one. Go to the next stair one. 3. It's here, and then I do 2 more. And then I can park down where I was saying need to retread. That would be shorter in my diagonal. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you have trouble to count in diagonals, just count through your box, your block, and do like in battle stitch going up and to the left or to the right, or going down to the left, right, and count it like that. It's a bit easier. Do we need to see? So now I'm looking with this. I only can do 2 stitches and need to park. With this one, I have a gap in between, so it's better to wait. So I would say I do the Z and this cross stitch first. So then I can do my tent here, my little tent all at once. So I will do 2 stitches in 2 different colors now. So 640. It's there, the 3rd row. And I will park it closest, so it's here. Of nearest, I would say. Now we have 3862. Need to drink a bit. So that's on. And then we park 1, 2, 3 closest by. This one is closest. $38.60. I will do also, and I can do my tent. It's just because it's like a single stitch in between. 3860. And what's the other color I just did? 62. This is the head of the cat, like I said. We found it already. So that's great. So again, I will start from right to left. So taking the first spot. Because when I go here, stitching that one, it's closer to park here than going like this. Oh. So going from here to there to there, it's a longer way. So I'm trying to take the shortest way. And the thunder is there. So 1, 2, going to the left is 3. So now we we can take the tens. Now we can go from top to bottom again. See why it is a combined stitching method? So the first one closest in the diagonal is here. Is there. And then I'm just going down in my diagonal. I think I have a knot. Yep. It's gone now. So those 2 I'm going to stitch. And now I think this is the shortest spot to park. Yeah, it is. How would you could take this one? First, I will do the diagonal sign, the dollar sign, and then do the arrow up. And to fill in that box at the bottom a bit. Three, 7, 2. Moving a bit around. So start here at the bottom. And I will park because I need to start the arrow next to it. And that's 3064. Where is it? Let me see. I think now I will break one of my rules because I have only one stitch here. And otherwise, this is all that I have in this section. If I go down, you see, very, very far away, I have the other ones. So for this single stitch, I'm going to do it and just take then the thread out of it. So I will start here. So there are exceptions. What's the most convenient thing to do? Because otherwise I wouldn't end at the top. And then I need to go back for the park here, to park here. That's a lot of thread. If I start from top to bottom and park, that would be another thing. Then I don't need to break my wheels. So I'm still also puzzling. Thinking, eh? But I have the same with the dollar sign. Yeah. So I'll stick to what I was doing. Because otherwise with the dollar sign, I have it here too, on top. I have the same issue. So I'm just going to take this to the top. So I can do my stitches. Wat is er? Oh, I couldn't stitch this one. Oh. I was distracted. Wat zei je? This one also needed to be a park one. So now I was doing the dollar sign. I was distracted with my son. You need to keep your attention with your work. Oh, and that's also why it works better for me. Because otherwise I'm like thinking and worrying about all the stuff in my life. And with this method, I need to think. I need to concentrate so I cannot worry about other stuff. So that helps my mind. So it's also mindful stitching. And I love to puzzle. So, yeah. Now I can stitch. I take it up. What I wanted. This is one. Do I take the 3 dots or do I take the rectangular one first? It really doesn't matter, I guess. Maybe it does. When I take the black squares first, then I can do the 3 dots afterwards, and I can do 3 all the time. Otherwise, I need to park. So I will take the black squares first. I was thinking rectangles. No, it's squares. 38.59. I will take those 3 first. And I will park at the bottom. So I can do this otherwise closed in stitch. So now I do my 3 dots and then I will continue with my 10th properly. So it keeps you on your toes. A wrong spot. It's this one. So that's one. Above the arrow. And here. That's 3. It's also like making or freeing other symbols. So why can I unlock next? It's like a game. Will I unlock the 10th first? Or so I can do the read cross stitch, the square and the dollar sign? Or will I go to the top again? It's all preference, I guess, what you want to do first. And now I could say do the 10th and then the dollar sign because I need to get this arrow up with 3 stripes before I can do my square boxes. But here for the arrow, I need the 3 striped ones before I can do that one. On top, I would already be able to stitch it. So it's better to start from the 10th, go to the dollar sign, start this one so I can make my way to the top. So I'm already thinking 3 steps or even more steps ahead. It's also maybe like playing chess, where you have to think ahead. So I can do this one, then I can stitch this one. So 3. And I will put it here. I only have 1 stitch in between. So that's a maybe 2-step symbol. But 2 stitches, so 2 stitches symbol. So then we go to the dollar sign. So I can take it up. That's here. Yeah, I will do this one in between because I just want to have it done. And then do the 3 stripes arrow. Put it here. $436. Do you have a small thread for it? I only need it for 3 stitches. I don't need a full new length of floss. So then I prefer to pick up a leftover thread. See, it's only 3 stitches, so yeah. Doesn't matter if I will start up the bottom, because it's only 3 stitches. So that's 1, 2, and then 3. So that's done. We can finish it off already. Now I will do my loop ending because it's a short thread. And a fake bit stitch. Because I didn't stitch a lot with it. So it's not very secured yet. I put it back. So then I can continue with the was it the black square I have in my mind? Yes. The black square. I have put this thread back. Voila. 3859 was it? And it was parked, so we pick it up. That's why parking is more easy. It's there, you just pick it up, retread your needle or thread your needle again and start stitching. Otherwise I would have to start even more threads. That would take more of my time. It's here. Yeah. And then we'll put it there. Now I can pick up the arrow and do 4 stitches. And if you want to try out this method, it will take a time to adjust, I guess. So please, if you do it, don't give up after 1 hour. It's something new, you need to practice and then you will find it. I found it by doing it. As, hey, that works. Just putting all the knowledge I have together to find what worked. That's here. And then we take this one. So I can stitch 4 squares next. The 4 black squares. Symbol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's this one. And I think then this one can be finished. Yep. I'm not going to park it 3 blocks away, so we'll finish it. I'm already setting my parking shorter than I usually did. Normally I use like 3 or 4 blocks. Now I'm setting it shorter and putting them shorter. As nearest by as possible. So and another fake pin stitch. Putting it away. Then I need to do this symbol. I was thinking sand, but an hourglass symbol. Which color was it? This is the new one. I'll grab it first and then put the color away. This is the one I need. 435. And the black square was 38.95. 59. It's this one. On the leftover cards. I don't have a needle board, it's just yeah. Pulling in a loop. So double fold your thread and make a loop. Just like you put them on a floss drop. Yeah. The hourglass. Taking 2 stitches of it. That's 1. That's 2. One, 2, 3. Black. And now I can do tens. 2. That's 3. So this is what I have now done. Then I finish this 2 here. Then I will make a stop. So I will stitch that one in between so I can go up with my tent. So I will mark it. We'll do this one first. So I can make my dot and my diagonal to go upstairs. To go to the top with it. So even I will need to make a stop in between because there is one. Or I don't do it and I go to the top, back. Maybe, yeah, it doesn't go too far to the left, so it's even better. So I go to the top and then I will go back to the bottom. So that's 1. 2. 3. 2. Those 5. No, 4. I said 5, but it's not stitched above, so 4. 3. 4. And I will park it. Do I have 2 tens? Nope, so I will park it here. On the top. It. $38.58 to the next. I'm trying to fill in that block now. So there's the typewriter method again. See? It's a combination of all the stuff I have ever used and learned. So the diagonal now is gone. So now I go back to my block ID to fill it in. It's there. I need to park it. $8.30. No. And this one I will take to the bottom because the thread going to the left from the top. So I will take 2 strands of it but I will use it on 2 sides. So that's already 1, and that's already 2. If I can unknot it here. Yeah, 2. Oh, don't bump the camera. So I will now do 2 starts with this color. So one I will start here that I can go down. That's that one. And park it there. And then I will start another one on the top to get it ready. Ja, kan ik hierboven gaan stellen? So now this with cross stitch. I can do then the other with cross stitch next to it too. So I will do that. I finish that off. It's a 3064. So then his job is done. And can you put it on my left over card? And when I have those 4 stitches done at the bottom, I have finished my block as I wanted to. Mies. Ja, Mies. Geef daar eten. So it's parked here. Papa, ook iets spoor. Familie. One, 2, 3. So my block is finished. So now I can. Shh. Now I can decide to take it up. Stitch that on. And park. Stitch that one. One, two. So I will do 5 more stitches, show you the back and round off. So this is parking. So that's 1, 2, 3, that's 4. And then I can do this one also. And mark it. I park it and mark it. 2, 3. So that's done. So now I have 301 stitches completed. I will do the back. So this was cross-country stitch. From here on, where I started this stitching session, I did the new method. So now you can see stitch diagonally. This is, I think, partial rows. This was cross-country, and now we have this one. Even the back is not what's count, it's what we have stitched, but yeah. So people would want to know how it looks. So I thought I will show it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again in another video, hopefully. Bye bye.